Hey guys, it's Kerima and thank you for coming back for another video. We're picking up right where we left off in the last video and we're going to get the rest of this mess taken care of. So here's some of the before shots again of what the living room looks like, our office, the kids' playroom. We're going to take care of everything.
That I miss, and in the letters you take form. No, I won't go back.
So I'm starting off with a load of laundry. It's how I start most of my cleaning sessions now on my day off, and it's the easiest way I've found to stay on top of the laundry and have it not build up because I just can't do a load a day. So I get a lot of questions on how I keep my couch clean and how brave I am for having a couch this color with a toddler. But this is pretty much all I do. For the most part, my kids are not allowed to eat or drink in the living room. And now that they have a TV in their playroom, they don't even really watch TV in here that often. But every now and again, when we're all in here, somebody is in here with something and we do get a few spots. I just use a little bit of the Shout stain remover and I spray the spot, let it sit for a second and rub it out with a microfiber towel, and it usually comes right out. I've also washed them in the wash machine and they came out just fine as well. So here's a little real life mom life for you. Kingston was playing in the Shout that I had sprayed on the little couch. I was letting it sit to really kind of set into the stain, and he was like finger painting in it. I wanted to thank all my new recent subscribers lately. My channel has been growing really well and I'm so grateful to you guys. If you're wondering how you can help support us small YouTubers, you can support us by watching our whole videos and liking and commenting. It really helps our channels out a lot. And if you're watching my video for the first time and haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. We have a lot of fun on my channel and I offer more than cleaning motivation, so if you're just looking for some positive vibes, you're in the right place. Guys, I just wanted to apologize for the changing in the lighting in this video. The sun was just in a really weird spot at this particular time when I was filming, and it was creating a lot of shadows and it was just going in and out. So I have to give a shout out to my husband. He's been doing a really good job maintaining the house since I am still working and he is at home and everyone is home all day, pretty much quarantining because of, the situation. But it is a lot on me, especially dealing with the type of stuff that I have to deal with at work now. It was causing me a lot of stress. So he is helping out so much more at home and doing a really good job along with the kids of keeping the house clean. So thank you so much for that. So this little basket here we keep on the side of our couch to keep some extra blankets in. You'll notice the gray blanket that I had on my couch before. The red blanket is in there from like Christmas season, and a couple of my son blankets, because when we're on the couch watching a TV show or a movie, we all kind of like to cuddle up, and this way we don't have to fight over blankets. So we are all guilty of kicking our shoes off and leaving it right there on the floor or just throwing it on the shoe rack. But I'm trying something new. Obviously, we have way too many pairs of shoes on this one little rack. It is 4 of us. Most of the shoes belong to me, the kids, and my husband. Well, me and the kids is what I meant to say. My husband has like 2 pairs of shoes underneath the rack. So I'm getting rid of all of the winter shoes. I'm just leaving out like their summer sneakers, and I'm going to take the winter boots and stack them on our shoe rack that we have in the garage. So this is another bad habit of ours. The kids like to drop their backpacks and their lunch boxes right here in this corner, but I do have a solution for this problem. I brought this little shelf. It reminds me of like a little mini mudroom shelf about a year ago, and I want it hung on this wall right here that I just showed you. A year ago, guys, this was one of those projects that my husband's been working on for a year, so we're finally getting it done today. I'm so annoyed with myself and how I hung up that jacket. So most of the time I fold my laundry either sitting on the couch or sitting on my bed, but sometimes when I've been cleaning for a while and I have a good flow, I like to pull out the ironing board and use it as a folding table because it just keeps me active. Usually I save laundry as the last thing to do because once I sit down and I start folding, once I'm done, I don't want to clean anymore. So this is how I chose to just kind of keep my energy up. So if you guys watched my clean and declutter video, you saw that I had to buy Chloe some new clothes because she grew out of everything. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. But this is just the clothes that I bought her, so I'm just popping off the tags and taking off all the stickers. And you guys, I was unsuccessful with this. When this load is done, you'll see what happened. So I realized the clip of when I took Chloe's clothes out of the washing machine was missing because the camera had stopped because the memory card was full. But if you can see all those little white specks on the floor, it was basically because of a tag that I left on one of her outfits. I can't remember which one because I thought I got them all, and her clothes was full of white ripped up pieces of paper, so I had to shake it out. It's all over the laundry room floor, it's all over my hardwood floor, so I will now have to vacuum again. I even had to scrape some of them up because when it started to dry, they were sticking to the floor, so it kind of was hard to vacuum up. So you guys get to learn something else new about me today. I actually can sew. I have lots of sewing supplies, as you can see here, and I had to bring them out even though I haven't sewn in quite some time. I had to bring them out because I wanted to make some face masks for myself and some of my friends and family because of the shortage. You guys know, you probably heard about it on the news or on social media, that we're running out of supplies to protect ourselves. So I had to break out the sewing machine and get some fabric and sew up a couple of masks. So I'm just cleaning that up now. So this is what my life looks like with cleaning my house with kids who no longer go to school. I've always kept my kids around, like I don't stick them in a room or anything when I have to clean. but now they're always around because they don't go to school or any of their programs anymore. So yeah. Another bad habit that we have is using tabletops as catch-all places. We have gotten much better in the kitchen and with the mail. Well, kind of, sort of. You'll see what I'm talking about later on in another video. But we did get better with cluttering the table with mail. Now we're starting to clutter the office desks with just bags and things we buy from shops. So I am learning to deal with that and finding solutions to help us out. So I'm just using the Sprayway glass cleaner from Dollar Tree to clean off the glass top on my desk, and this stuff is the truth. Like, honestly, I don't love the smell of it, but you will never see streaks with this cleaner. So I had to go get the other attachment for my vacuum because there were so much crumbs and dust and little spider webs, hair, just so much stuff in the corners and crevices underneath the desk and on the windowsill underneath the desk. So I had to get the small attachments to reach those areas. And those little containers that I keep underneath the desk right next to the file cabinet is a file organizer. Even though the bottom drawer is for files, I have to get the rails that fit in that drawer so that I can actually keep the file standing up. When we bought the file cabinet, it was supposed to come with the rails and they sent it to us without it. It took us a whole year to realize that, so it was too late to get it. And we bought some from the store that wouldn't fit in the drawer. So I'm figuring that out. For now, I'm just using an old file organizer that we've had before. So since my office and my kids' playroom share an invisible wall, their things tend to migrate slowly into our office space. So I'm always having to push it back to their playroom. That's the only thing I don't love about it being so close to each other. But I don't have a very large house, and we want to utilize all the areas of our house for needs and purposes that are important to us. So we made our former dining room into a playroom. So I like to keep our foot spa underneath the chair in my office because that's where me and Chloe usually use it. We'll just have like a little mommy daughter girls day, and we go in our office and sit in our chairs and do pedicures on each other. I could keep it in another spot, but it's just convenient and it doesn't bother anybody under those chairs, so that's where I keep it. So if anyone is wondering how I keep a toddler busy while I'm cleaning, I really don't have to. My son pretty much entertains himself. You'll see him riding bikes, scootering, coloring, flipping. He does all the things. And now I'm just vacuuming up all the drywall from where my husband was drilling to put up my shelf. You guys, I'm so happy with it. You'll see it in the next clip. This is what it looks like. Now I am going to take it down and paint it. I got it from the Goodwill. It didn't look like that. It actually got some gray paint on it from when I was doing my night tables for my bedroom. But I plan on repainting that, but I wanted to show you guys what it looked like. So by this point, I realized I hadn't eaten anything at all this day. I did drink a glass of water that morning, but I didn't eat any food, so I was starving and decided to make myself a smoothie. I'm going to share it with Chloe. That's the only reason why I put orange juice in it, just to sweeten it up a little bit for her because I don't put any sweeteners in it. I did add some super greens. That's what that green scoop was. If I don't have a lot of veggies to put in it, I'll just use the super greens powder. I added some hemp seeds, and I'm gonna add some chia seeds to my cup because Chloe doesn't really care for the chia seeds. And whenever you see my camera move in a weird way or just kind of switch the angles in a weird way, it's because my son is around doing the absolute most. I decided to also go ahead and get dinner started because I didn't want to wait until it was too late. So I did wash off and cut some fat and the skin off of some chicken thighs, and I'm going to just cook that up in the pressure cooker, my Instapot, and make some chicken quesadillas for myself, hubby, and the kids. So I just added 1 cup of water because it really wasn't that much chicken. I put it inside the pot. I am going to set it for 20 minutes on high. Now, because the chicken was defrosted and it was not really that much chicken, I could have done it on 15 minutes because the chicken was really, really tender when we took it out. And I usually do 25 minutes if the chicken is frozen. But, you know, you live and you learn. So these are the type of tortillas that I buy. I get these from Aldi, and I get a similar brand or a similar type from Costco. I like the ones that you have to cook because they don't have any preservatives and they have very little ingredients, and it literally takes 10 seconds to cook tortillas. So I cook my tortillas for about 3 to 5 seconds on each side. Literally, I do not like them very well cooked because when you're actually making the quesadilla, it's gonna cook some more and I don't want it burnt. So I cook it for about 5 seconds on each side, take it out, and then when I cook my quesadillas, they will get golden brown. Whenever I open a package of tortillas, I like to cook quite a few. I make more than what we need for dinner because if we want to have tortillas or rather quesadillas or tacos the next day, I don't want to have to cook more. So here's the chicken. I'm gonna season it and then actually make the quesadillas. My battery had died during this time, so I didn't realize that it wasn't filming the whole time. I will show you a clip of the finished quesadilla, and this is it, guys. I'll see you in the next one. I love you all.